Okay, good morning. We continue with line graph, right? Okay, today we are still on describing information on graphs and charts. Okay, the last lesson we focused more on the labels, the title, the legend. Of course, we don't have a legend, but I've explained to you guys, right? Also, we learn about recognizing lexical items, right, for different trends on movements. Today, we are going to look at more on the sentence structures. Yeah, this lesson will be basically on the sentence structures. How can you describe them? Yeah, but anyway, let us just look at this thing, right? So I've mentioned to you guys in describing trends, of course, the first step is to recognize. We recognize some of the trends in the last lesson, right? Such as these are the recognized patterns, right? The changes and movements. Yeah. Now we are going to focus on describing the trends, movements using the complete sentences, right? So as I told you guys before, remember the ABCD criteria, right? First of all, let us see how you can describe this change, right? I'm going to put the highest and also the first change in this graph together. So how you guys can combine different information in describing. Yeah? Alright. So this is one of the ways to describe. Can somebody read? Someone read louder. Ashraf.
William's reading scores increased significantly from 60 marks in August to 90 marks in September.
Right? So are you using verb or noun there? No, let him answer. Your turn will come. We have so many activities. Right? Aswad, sorry. Ashraf, verb or noun? Verb, yeah? So how do you identify whether the sentence structure is verb phrased or noun phrased? You look at the trend word, how the trend word functions in that sentence. Yeah. So here it is increased significantly, so it's a verb phrase sentence. Yeah, the sentence with a verb phrase. All right. You can also describe. Okay. You can also start your description by stating the time frame at the very beginning of your description. Right. For example, like this, Deva. Read.
From August to September, William's reading score increased frequently by 20 marks.
Right. So you can also start with the time frame and using by. When do you use by?
Differential.
Pardon? When you show the differential value. Right? When you show the differential value. Alright? Okay. Is this a verb phrase or noun phrase? Deva? Noun? Stand up. Okay? So we are going to play this thing. Yeah, stand up. Yeah. Alright. So all of you, be careful. Right? If you want, be like Deva. Right? Are you okay, Deva? Alright. Next sentence. Of course, right? Usuli, read the sentence.
There is a
Significant.
increase of 20 marks in William's reading score between August and September. Noun.
This is a noun phrase. Yeah, noun phrase. Right? When do you use increase of? What is the meaning of increase of? Yeah, I know it's noun. When you add the preposition of. So why do you use the preposition of? For the marks. To show the differential value again. Remember that. Yeah, differential value. Yeah. All right. You can also say, write your sentence like this. Nabil.
William's reading scores recorded the highest at 90 marks in September.
All right. All right. This is the description of a pattern. Highest score. Right. So you can say recorded the highest. Yeah. Or reached the highest. Okay. But normally we say recorded the highest. If you're not using recorded the highest, you can use was the highest. Yeah, the same sentence. William's reading score were the highest. Yeah, at 90 marks in September. All right. The last sentence. Can I have Nivash?
Between August and September, William's reading scores increased significantly by 20 marks to its highest point at 90 marks.
This is a very complete description of using both different data. Right? You have two different patterns of movements and distribution pattern, right? That you have used here, right? So is this a verb phrase or noun phrase? Verb, right? Very good. Okay, so that is the first trend, right? Don't worry, we have more trends to come, right? And all of you, right? I find like by reading and recognizing this, it will help you guys how to write better, right? Of course, the sentences here are grammatically correct, written by me, right? Okay, who else? Farid.
William's reading score declined later from 90 marks in September to 85 marks in October.
Right. Verb phrase or noun phrase?
Noun.
Verb. Right. Deva, shall we ask him to stand up? No. Right. Are you okay, Deva? Why are you closing your mouth like that? All right. The second sentence, young.
From September and October, William reading score declined a little by 20 marks.
All right. Right. So, verb or noun? Verb. Yeah. Guys, when I ask you guys to read, could you guys read like Marinus? Something is missing, you know. The effectiveness in your, not effectiveness, the effective mode in you, right? Mariners don't read like between September and October. No. Right, you need to be more masculine. No, I'm not being judgmental, but I think it's your duty is you have to be really masculine, right? So why are you reading like a romantic session, right? So please read like a guy, right? Unless you are, I already told you, right? Be a mariner or a marina, all right? Okay, all right. So this is also verb phrase. Let us look at the next one. Ashraf.
There is a little decline of 5 marks in William's reading scores between September and October.
I just spoke about being a mariner. Alright? So this is a noun phrase or verb phrase? This is a noun phrase. Yeah? Noun phrase. Okay, the last one. Shall I have Iqbal? Iqbal? No, one Iqbal is on MC. Oh, he's bad. He's not well. Which Iqbal is that?
There is a little decline from 95 marks to 85 marks in William's reading scores between September and October.
So this is a noun or verb phrase?
Now,
Noun. Good. Improved. Okay. we are looking at the next recognized pattern and change, right? Drop, rapid, and also the lowest. Yeah. Okay. This is the first description. Pui.
Williams' reading scores dropped rapidly from 85 marks in October to 60 marks in November.
This is a verb phrase or noun phrase? Verb phrase. Yeah. Verb phrase. Good. Next, shall I have Saiful?
From August to September, Williams' reading scores dropped rapidly by 25 marks. Verb.
Verb phrase. Very good. Next, Suhaimi.
There is a rapid drop of 25 marks in Williams' reading scores between October and November. Nouns.
Noun. Yeah, it's a noun phrase. Yeah. Right. Next sentence. Who? Shafiq. Shafi'i. Yo. Yo. Let us see how he is a mariner or marina.
William reading score the lowest at 60 mark in November.
So as I told you, when you report or when you describe highest and lowest, you can use the word recorded. The lowest, recorded the highest. What is another word you use? You can use the B word. Was or were. But here we are talking about reading scores, right? So you can also say Williams' reading scores were the lowest. Yeah, were the lowest. Okay. The last one is a it's a combination, right? Who else has not called? Iqbal.
Between August and September, William reading score dropped rapidly by 35 marks to its lowest point at 60 marks.
Okay, you don't say drop it, dropped. Yeah, not drop it, dropped. Yeah. So it's a verb or noun? Verb. Yeah. All right. Next, who else have not called? Ravi? Yeah, I know.
Williams' reading scores Williams' reading score rose from 60 marks in November to 65 marks in December.
Verb. So rose, you can say just rose, no problem. You can also say small. Instead of small, what can you say? Slightly. Yeah, of course you cannot say Williams' reading scores rose smallly. We cannot say smallly, am I right? So you can substitute small to another word, maybe slightly or minimally. Not minimally, minimally. Yeah. All right. Next. I've called everybody, right? Mukhlis.
From November to December, Williams' reading scores rose by only 5 marks.
Rose by only 5 marks. That's another lexical item enhanced by only. When you are reporting the lowest, all right, a very small number, you can say only, right before the data, right? So the order is you say only and then the data. For example, by only 5 marks, not by 5 marks only. That's a different, wrong structure. You cannot say Williams' reading score rose by 5 marks only. That is very Malaysian, right? So the only should come before the data. Yeah. All right. Next. Aswat.
There is a small rise of 5 marks in Williams' reading scores between November and December. Noun.
It's a noun phrase. Yeah. It's a noun phrase. Ashraf.
there is a small rise from 60 marks to 65 marks in Williams reading scores between November and December.
Alright, okay, so when you find that you have already used from to, you don't repeat from to again for time. You can use between and. Yeah, between and. Okay, let us look at the last trend today. Farid?
Williams reading score escalated quickly from 65 marks in December to 80 marks in January.
Verb, noun? Verb, yeah? Alright. Next, Nabil.
From December to January, Williams reading scores escalate quickly by only 15 marks.
You see, by only 15 marks, not by 15 marks only, yeah? Only comes before the data, yeah? Verb or noun? Verb, yeah? Deva?
There is a quick acceleration to 15 marks and Williams reading score between December and September.
Noun, yeah? Good. Next, Shafiq.
There is a quick escalation from 65 marks to 80 marks in Williams reading scores between December and January.
Noun, yeah? Mukhlis, you're helping him. Okay? So, I just need to remind you guys, please remember, in describing trends, you must check A, the key feature, B, the lexical items, C, the evidence, and D, the time frame. Okay? A, the lexical item must be correct. Yeah? Correct. B, the key feature must be correct. A. B, lexical item, make sure the grammar is correct. Okay? C and D, make sure there is accuracy. For example, sometimes you may find graph, they write there 10, 20, 30. But what you have missed, there is. So that means 10,000. So if you were saying sales increase from 10 to 20, then that is inaccurate. From 10,000 to 20,000. Okay? Number one. When you also talk about data, you have to tell me if this is sales of car. Am I right? Sales of car. So sales increase from 10,000. You don't say sales increase from 10,000 to 20,000. Yes, you have to mention units. Right? Units. Yeah? So sometimes you may miss the unit, which in my understanding is still wrong. Okay? So we don't know what 10,000 are you talking. Are you talking about ringgit Malaysia? Are you talking about a unit? Are you talking about people? So it must be clear. Yeah? And time frame, please make sure they are accurate. You are referring to that particular time frame. Don't talk about different time frame. Yeah? So you have to pay careful attention. Right? So let's recap. Very quick lesson. Right? So we have learned about accurate labels, titles, legends in line graph, recognize lexical items in describing trend. Can you guys tell me what are the changes? What are the changes we have on line graph? If it's going up, what do you call? Upward trend, downward trend, unchanged, and then fluctuation. Right? And then you may have recover, bounced, one more, the peak and the lowest. Right? So you should be able to recognize that. Yeah, you should be able to recognize them. And then you recognize and use sentence structures. So how many sentence structures do we have? Two. Verb phrases and noun phrases. And when you are describing using the changes in a sentence, make sure you have these 4 elements. What are they? A, B, C, D. What is A? Key feature. B? Trends, lexical items. C? Data. Alright. D?
Time frame.
The time frame. Alright. Very good. Thank you very much. That's